3 hour this brand new mystery thriller movie. It's called Watcher, and it is starring Micah Monroe, Born Goodman, and this movie it is directed by Chuli Ukano. This movie it is kind of like a, I will say, stalker slash like a little bit horror and a thriller type movie. And in this movie, you see Julia. She moves to Romania with her husband, and she used to be this actress in New York, and she moves there. And obviously, in this movie, we see she doesn't speak the language, and she moves there with her husband in this apartment complex where how apartment buildings are. You see this. She lives in this apartment building. And there's the opposite, there's another apartment building, and she notices immediately after moving there that someone like across the other apartment is watching her. Like that is why I guess this movie's name is Watcher. And although she suspects that this person is stalking her and watching her all the time from that apartment building. But when she tells that to her husband, he does not believe her, and we see this movie. I guess it goes from there. Although a lot of this movie time you do have to spend with Julia and her husband, and there's this tension because at the end of the day he does not believe her. And then toward the end we find more about it. So this movie has kind of like the mixed review on Rotten Tomatoes score, especially the audience. I think a lot of audience are not enjoying this movie because this movie first act is actually it starts out, it's quite slow, like especially the story. Although you do spend a lot of your time just Julia sitting there in her apartment and doing nothing, I felt like this movie could have used those time to develop more about Julia, because end of this movie I was like I'm not sure what was she thinking. The whole movie she was just thinking about that Watcher. That being said, the minute we meet this Watcher, or should I say this guy, Born Goodman, he always plays this kind of bad guy. So I will say the last act for this movie is actually, it's quite good. Same time, it's quite predictable. Same time, it is quite engaging. Like this is all of this thing. That is why I think people will have mixed reception watching this movie. Although I overall actually I quite like this movie because at the end of the day, it's very well put together movie. But I feel really like I felt so sad when I was watching Julia because she seemed overly sad in this movie, and it was really unnecessary for her to be this much sad. Especially she looks like she's nearly wet or something. Like why is she so upset all the time? And yeah, that was like those scene. I think the director she didn't do good job, establishing her character. Like what is she like? End of it, I didn't understand her. I mean, I get it. She's in new country. She doesn't know the language, although she did try to learn a little bit. But end of this movie, you do feel like, why she was so sad? I guess she was trying to quit smoking. That being said, I really wish this movie had more character, because often this kind of movie, when you are going into this foreign country, you don't know the language. Often they show you another well-written character, that this character will get together with the other. Although this movie did have Irina, but not enough time with her. She just saw her a couple of times and that's about it. I wish we had more time even with Arena. However, I feel like the halfway through this movie became dramatically very engaging, and the end will leave you like, although it is still very predictable. I'm gonna say this, the story is really predictable because because that's how it will go. And that's how the movie is set up. So I will say that maybe that even though it's predictable, still it's quite good. Especially the last act of this movie, last half of this movie. I think it's worth checking, honestly. Because one of those stalker movie. However, though, I will say this actress I watched, she was a little bit more charming. The whole movie she was really depressed and she had no reason to be this kind of depressed. Although she did good job, she did quite good acting. So is that stalker guy. Come on, both of this actor did good. However, the husband character was really like, he was one-dimensional guy. Like why he did not believe her, and the way his character, like the husband character written, it was really like, what? He was really not that good, I will say. Like I don't know why he was acting that way. And yeah, overall, I'll say this movie, especially the relationship aspect, was not well done. Especially these people are married and she went to another country. Should have done a little bit better. That whole movie looked like she was really sad with him. So, it was hard to believe her or hard to feel for her or feel for this couple because they are the center of this movie. That is why, yeah, so if you didn't like watching this movie, I will understand, but I think overall though, this movie definitely was interesting watch for me, and that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. If you enjoyed my this review, don't watch other reviews on other movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.